Hey guys, it's Artem, and I screwed it up. I lost the challenge during the first 2 days. I mean, I allowed for such a possibility that it might happen, but I wouldn't expect it to happen that fast. So let me do something unpleasant for me now. Let me break this case down. And let's start from the very beginning. I still believe that the reasoning behind this entry is still quite solid. There was a strong down move and the market did react on the previous levels, so I did not try to predict what the market would do next. I based my decision on what the market was actually doing. I just entered another trade and I promised you that I would be more precise when giving explanation of why I entered the trades. But here the reasoning behind this is quite simple. As for me, the market is overextended right now, and there was an initial reaction on the 1 hour chart. As you see, it's kind of slowing down when it reached some previous levels from 11th of September, so almost from a month ago. And yeah, I realized that it might be slowing down before it drops even further, but the risk-reward ratio is quite good here. As you see, the risk is almost 200 and the reward potential profit is 669. And yeah, I realized that I'm kind of too optimistic about this. Most probably I will have to close it earlier if it starts to give some signs of reversing back down, but we'll see. Maybe I will even add to my position and maybe we will finish this challenge earlier than I expected to. But who knows what's gonna happen? We cannot control anything, right? So we will see. The potential risk was acceptable and the profit target was 3 times higher. But as I mentioned in my Telegram group, I realized that the initial profit target was reachable in the foreseeable future, so I was going to close it somewhere on the halfway based on the market behavior. So if I will see the similar opportunity in the future, I will take it. But of course, bearing in mind what happened next. So guys, I decided to add to the position.
No, God! No, God, please, no!
Even though it was a smaller size than it was previously, 0.3 instead of 0.5, it went up almost immediately. I'm thinking about closing it somewhere here, maybe the whole position, maybe only part of it, and let the other part grow. If we will survive it, let's say to the take profit level, I will pass this challenge right away, or not. No, I will not, because there is a requirement of 4 trading days and it will be only 2, so we will be able to play around with small lots just to pass the challenge. So initially there was a flat and it still looked like 50-50 whether the price would go up or down, but taking into account the risk-reward ratio, I decided to just wait and see what's gonna happen next. Later, it started to give some signs of the potential growth, so I added to the position. And it was my first mistake. Because you can notice that the stop loss level for this added position was at the same level as for my initial trade. But in this case, of course, the amount of this potential loss was much higher, and it already put me on the risk of losing the challenge. So the main mistake here is that I did not calculate the risk properly. And this is one of the main reasons why I lost most of my money in the past, including 7 grand in just few days in the beginning of this year on crypto. If you'd like to hear the story and my takeaways from it, let me know in the comments. I don't know if you're interested in crypto or not. Guys, something probably happened to my microphone, and in the rest of the video you will hear some strange artifacts while I'm talking. Sorry for that. So yeah, risk management. Too often do I become so focused on the potential profit that I just do not even consider an option that everything may go awry and I may lose. My brain just locks these thoughts that I can actually lose money on this trade. And if you were to ask me if I knew the exact amount I was risking at that trade, I would not be able to tell you right away. And that's a big problem. I felt so confident because the chart was doing more or less what I expected it to do, so I've become too laid back. And this is a great lesson that risk is the first thing we need to think about, and only then the potential profits. When making any trading decision, be it a new trade or adding to the existing position, especially the latter, because for me personally at least, it's the moment when I let my guard down. We must know the exact amount that we can lose on this trade, because the golden rule of trading says, protect your money, don't lose it. And now let's come to the last part where I completely failed to do so. So, when did it all go wrong? Here's the moment of me adding to the position. So guys, I'm still holding the position. I added to this because now I'm even more bearish on this, because there was a pin bar formed on a 4-hour chart. And now I would say it's like 50-50 whether it's gonna continue its down move by breaking the consolidation zone, or it will continue bouncing up, and in this case I will probably close this position somewhere here in the middle. I'm probably not gonna wait until it reaches this this level, because it might take a while before it does. So let's see. Again, I felt so confident in this trade. I already felt like a winner, because it would take the price to reach like the half of this movement for me to pass the challenge. And that was the time when my overconfidence led me to making this highly stupid decision. I added to the position right before two crucial reports: unemployment rate and non-farm employment. And the worst thing is that I knew about them. I knew that they would be published at that time. But first, I didn't think that it would affect the market that much. And second, I again made a similar mistake to the one that I did in my previous trade when I lost money. I was not 100% focused on this trade, because I was much more focused on my position on oil on my private account. I entered it after the breakout on the news that there might be an escalation on the Middle East. And I entered quite a big position, so it was bigger than it should have been. Even though I did make money on this, pretty good money, I'm still not that happy about it, because I definitely broke my risk management, and if everything would go awry like in this trade, I would lose there as well. So coming back to the challenge. Looking at this in the hindsight, it's obvious that when the reports came out, before the reports came out, I should have closed at least part of the position, not even mentioning that I shouldn't have added to it, or I should have moved the stop losses higher to the break even, or maybe a bit higher to have some profit on the table in case everything goes wrong, as it did. It's probably hard to believe that after 7 years of trading one could make such a rookie mistake, but for my next attempt that I'm gonna start this week, I will make it a rule to always protect myself with a stop loss before the news, or closing the position at least partially, and I will definitely focus much more on the overall risk management. So here the problem with sound has gotten even worse. But basically I'm saying that before taking any trade or adding up to the position, I will make sure that it doesn't put me on the risk of losing this challenge again. And here are my thoughts right after it happened. So guys, my first attempt to pass this challenge is over because of this basically. There was non-farm employment change and unemployment rate data released, which I knew about, but I did not take it into account while calculating the risk. So, and what's even worse is that I added to the position right before it was released, somewhere here. And this mistake did cost me a challenge. Of course, I will not give up right now. I will take it once again, but this time I will be much more cautious with the risk. It was a lesson that cost me 100 euro because I did buy this challenge when there was because I did buy this challenge with a promotion. It was 100 euro instead of 155. Yeah, it's not cool, but at least I know that this is something that I should monitor constantly. Next time I will probably be closing the positions when there will be such crucial news, because I don't want to blow up one more account. So yeah, next time I will do better. I hope so. So thank you for watching, guys. I really appreciate your feedback and kind words in the comments. You cannot imagine how much it inspires me to become the better self and making these videos. I mean, it's almost midnight and I'm sitting here recording this video, even though I have to wake up at 6 a.m. tomorrow. But I will survive it. If you'd like to follow my second try, subscribe to this channel and join my Telegram group down in the description below. And I would really appreciate if you hit this like button, because it helps the algorithm to show my videos to proper people. Thank you and see you in the next one.